talk to me about swinging for the fences and what your framework around that would be. Talk to me about not swinging for the fences, because it sounds like moving up to that point, you had done very reasonable, right? Single family, double family, triplex, worked your way up to 17 units. And then the next thing is, well, let's do an actual development. So I can't fault your path to where you got. So talk to me about swinging for the fences and what your framework around that would be, or maybe it's just making sure you get enough singles along the way.
Well, that's exactly it. It's all about getting enough singles along the way, and then you have consistent growth, and that will play very much into some of the lessons that I want to share with the group here today. But the idea here is, think about entrepreneurship. As the terms underlying themes imply, is that you want to take some significant moves, or willing to take risks and get ahead more quickly than in traditional ways. And so that's what the a huge development is all about. It has inherent risks, and these were very calculated risks. It's just that we didn't know that 2008 was coming up on the horizon, and so even though this was a sound project, it had other things that undermined it. And so what I mean by learning not to swing for the bleachers is, let's look at something you can do that matches with your skill set and your interests and your personal values, like treating other people well, and that you can sustain over the long term. So you take bite-sized chunks along the way and let them build on each other in order to reach success. So what I did was, I said, all right, what am I going to do in order to, start that path of let's take, bite-sized chunks and hit singles, if you will. And so what I decided to do was to start with online marketing. And that started in 2008, right after that other experience ended. Now, I had the benefit of having some nice role models, including a neighbor 4 houses down for 7 years by the name of Jeff Walker. And you and I have had this discussion. And, he created the whole, original product launch methodology. And I had taken his course and been a part of that community on the periphery, and had many discussions with Jeff along that line. And so I started to apply it for myself. And as law of attraction would have it, I sourced an experience, a joint venture with an internet marketer, Don Crowther, who had, I was doing a program related to Camtasia with my wife, Deb, on offering training on how to use that video making software. And Don had a related interest in that software. And we joint ventured on a process for about a year, and did that until the technology changed for Camtasia, and our training wasn't directly relevant, and we decided to go in different directions. But what happened was, about a year and a half later, he approached me to help him out on his launch in the social media space. And he actually needed a project manager, which is one of my skill sets. And I came on about 3 weeks before that launch went public, and helped him organize it, find what the programmers were talking about, find out what the people who were doing the social media were talking about it, and so that everything would come together and that the launch would happen on time. So a lot of right brain people needing a left brain guidance from my standpoint. And I got hooked in the whole product launch arena. And that set some things into motion that put my trajectory into my core skill set today, which is product launch consulting.